Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be mixing things up again because I'm going to go over everything I spent money on this past week. There was a big what I spend in a week trend going on about a year ago with a lot of popular YouTubers revealing exactly this. And I loved watching those videos because you could get an inside look at how different people spent their money. And not gonna lie, I was slightly judging a few of them as well. So I thought maybe it might be fun for me to do one of these myself, and I can show you all how a typical week of spending looks for me. I have all of my bills ready as well as my bank statement pulled up on my phone. So we're gonna walk through this together. I also have my calculator right here, and I haven't added all of this up beforehand, so you're just gonna have to wait till the end of the video to find out. Alright, so let's start with Monday. We are still in the middle of the pandemic. Hopefully it's coming to an end soon. But offices haven't opened up yet, which just means that I'm working from home on most weekdays from 9 to 5. So most of my spending, at least for the week, is going to be post that. Monday is grocery shopping day for me, and I usually shop at HEB, which is the local grocery store chain here in Texas. It's usually either that or Trader Joe's that I end up doing most of my grocery shopping. I think Whole Foods is unnecessarily expensive, so I try to stay away from it. This is where I buy all of my groceries for the week. I try to keep things relatively healthy, and I'll put a clip of my grocery haul here so that you can see everything that I bought. The total for all of these groceries came out to be $62.45. That's basically the only thing I spent money on Monday. So the total for the day is again $62.45. Next up is Tuesday, and in the afternoon I was finding it quite hard to concentrate at work, and I decided I needed a change of environment. So I ended up going to a Starbucks and working out of there for a bit. I don't really go to coffee shops that often because I'm not really much of a coffee or a tea drinker, so this event was sort of an out of the ordinary event for me, but I did end up getting a coffee and some banana bread. Unsurprisingly, the barista misspelled my name, but it's happened so many times now that I've gotten used to it. And the total from Starbucks came out to be $8.11. This was also the day that my charity payment to the Give India org went through. I donate around $28 every month to the Isha Vidya Foundation, which is an NGO based out of Coimbatore, which is the city I grew up in, so it always has a very special place in my heart. This NGO provides education to children from rural backgrounds who otherwise can't afford it, and my $28 donation provides hot, nutritious meals at lunchtime to 5 children. And this makes me extremely happy because knowing that my donation is helping make such a positive impact in these children's lives is extremely fulfilling. It's the commissions I get from the referral links in the description box below that I use for this. I mean, I do it even otherwise, but thank you all so much for helping out. I'll also leave a link to the Give India page there too, so in case any of y'all are interested in donating, you can go check it out. It doesn't have to be like a huge massive amount. Even $10-15 a month makes a big difference. Also, I just realized that that's $28 monthly, which works out to be around $7 per week. So that brings the total spending for Tuesday to be $15.13. On Wednesday, I had a very busy day at work, which meant that I didn't really have any time to do anything else. So that means I did not spend any money on that day at all. So the total for Wednesday is a big fat 0. On Thursday, once I made it through the workday, I decided to go buy some plants for my apartment. It's only during quarantine where I've obviously been spending so much more time at home that I've realized how much of a difference plants make. They really brighten up the room, add an element of liveliness, and just purify the air as well. So I went to a store called The Great Outdoors in South Austin to add to my plant collection. I was pretty spoiled for choice there, but I ended up getting a peace lily, a pothos, and an aglonema, something like that. If you're a notorious plant killer like me, these were recommended to me by the lady at the store as easy to maintain plants. Let's see how that goes. I spent around $56 in total for all of these plants. On the way back, I had to fill up gas in my car as well. Lucky for me, Texas gas prices are up there with the cheapest in the country. So it only ended up costing me around $22 to fill my car up. This will probably last me more than a week if I'm being honest, but I'm just gonna ignore that for the purposes of this video. So that brings the total for Thursday to around $78, which is the most expensive day so far. Up next, we have Friday, which was a fairly quiet day for me. I just caught up on some reading on my Kindle after work. And then once I got back home, I did some Amazon shopping online. I really love listening to podcasts when I'm cooking or I'm taking a shower, and I generally use my phone and play it out loud. But I've come to realize that it's a constant struggle with this, trying to get the phone to be loud enough to fill the entire room and also place it in such a way that, water or something else doesn't spill on it. So I went to Amazon and I bought myself a wireless waterproof speaker. I spent around $50 on this, but I feel like it will help me reduce the friction in my life and help me multitask better. So really, I didn't mind spending the money. So that brings the total spending on Friday to be $50. On Saturday, I went to play soccer with some buddies of mine in the morning. This is honestly one of my favorite parts of the week because I just love watching and playing soccer. And this was just pick up soccer in the park, so it didn't cost anything either. Later in the day, I went to get some tacos at this place called Cabo Bob's, which is a very underrated Mexican restaurant in my opinion. I was really hungry after playing soccer in the morning, so I ended up getting tacos as well as some chips and queso, which came out to be $14.87. That's the only thing I spent money on Saturday, so my total for the day is $14.87. The final day of the week was Sunday. This is usually the day where, I do some chores, I prep myself for the upcoming week. So it usually tends to be sort of a slow and easy day. I did end up going out in the afternoon for a picnic with some friends in the park. I took along some snacks, which came out to be around $6 to munch on, and that's the only thing I spent money on for that day. The other what I spend in a week videos I've watched just end here, and it always leaves me extremely frustrated because I'm thinking to myself, okay, are you not going to talk about rent? What about your mortgage? Do you have a car payment? Basically, all of these other important fixed expenses that people just tend to ignore. But I'm not going to do that in this video. I'm going to tell you everything so that you have the complete picture. I live in a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment in a fairly popular part of Austin and pay around $1,250 in rent. So when you divide that by 4, that works out to be around $312 per week. And then you have utilities, which is electricity, internet, trash, water, all of that, which adds up to be around $190 per month for me. And when I divide that by 4, that's around $47 per week. I also pay car insurance of around $90 per month, which is around $22 per week. I own a Honda Accord that's fully paid off, so I don't have a car payment to go along with that. I have a gym membership that I pay $99 per month. Fitness is another area that I'm extremely passionate about, and I'm a firm believer that a healthy body leads to a healthy mind. I try to work out around 5 or 6 times a week, so I don't mind paying a little extra to have access to a quality gym. So that works out to be around $25 every week. And then there's also subscriptions. So this would be Amazon Prime, Spotify, and Netflix, some of which are shared, some of which are individual. And this comes out to be around $25 per month or $6 every week. And then finally, I have credit card annual fees. And the card I'm referencing here is the Chase Sapphire Reserve, which has an annual fee of $550 now. Granted, it does have a $300 travel credit, which means the net is probably lower, but for this video, I'm just gonna ignore that. If you want to know why I have such an expensive credit card and how I used it to build the optimal credit card system, I linked to that video up here so you can check that out. That works out to be around a little over $10 every week. So that's everything, which means it is now time for the big reveal. If I add everything up from this past week, the total comes out to be $648.49. You've probably realized that I'm not someone who pinches every penny and tries to save every last dollar that I can. I'm fortunate that my job allows me to save and invest more than I end up spending every month. Sure, if I really wanted to, maybe I could go out and find some roommates to reduce my rent. Maybe I could cut down on some of my other expenses too, but I feel like if it's something that truly adds value to my life, I don't mind spending money on it at all. So for example, a good gym membership pushes me to stay fit, and the plants that I bought really freshen up the atmosphere in the house, which I thought was extremely important during work from home. There's a quote from Ramit Sethi that goes something like, spend extravagantly on the things that you love and cut mercilessly on the things that you don't. For me, things like designer clothes or expensive tech gadgets just don't really excite me anymore, so I try to limit my spending on them. I think this is an excellent way to think about prioritizing your spending, and it's something that I try to live by every day. I'm gonna leave you all with that thought. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also hit the bell icon so that you get notified every time I release a new video. Thank you all so much for watching. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.